Hey, Mail-In Crew. I got a quick question for you. So this upcoming September, I am supposed to be getting married. And for my mother-son dance, my mom is insisting that we do kind of like a goofy dance where we start off like a normal dance and then the song changes and we switch into something choreographed. And I am just not about it. I think that sounds like about the lamest thing I've ever heard. And I tried to tell her that, and she got her feelings hurt and was, really adamant that she really wants to do it, doesn't understand why I don't want to, etc. And so I guess my first question is, am I being a little ridiculous? Should I just take a couple shots, suck it up and do it for my mom? Or am I, warranted to think that this is ridiculous? And then second question is, if I am, how can I get out of this? Much appreciated. Bye.
All right, before I share my thoughts on this, I don't think you guys did this at your wedding, did you?
Yeah, I was about to say, just have a small wedding. You won't do any first dances.
Dave, did you do this? Did Alyssa do this?
Oh, a first dance?
No, like would they change the
choreographed.
music?
No, you would know about it by now.
I've been to a wedding with this. So I guess there was a viral video where this happens. Like someone did it and they pulled it off and it was really funny.
Me. I'm in a viral video, Dylan.
Are you?
Yes. Well, it was the first wedding Will ever attended with me, and all the bridesmaids and I danced to Beyonce, and then the bride came out and serenaded her husband.
My point is there was an original video to this that started this whole trend.
Right. I mean, yeah.
And it went like mega viral, and they pulled it off, and it was really funny.
Is it the Chris Brown song?
And it just ruined
the Forever Down the Aisle. Yeah.
I've been to a wedding where this happened.
You know what this is called? It's called a woohoo wedding.
I cringed so hard. I hope this person isn't listening because he's a nice guy.
Been to one.
You've never been to a woohoo wedding?
No, I feel like
a woohoo wedding encompasses any sort of choreographed situation. So we're talking down the aisle to Chris Brown Forever. We're talking out of the aisle to something else. We're talking father-daughter, mother-son, first dance, whatever, where you do something.
The one I'm talking about is exactly like this guy described. It was a bride and father dance. They started dancing to some, like My Girl or something like that. One of the classics that whatever. And then 45 seconds to a minute in, there was a record scratch, and they look around like, "Oh, what's going on? I'm so confused.
God.
Why did it stop?" And then they broke into a choreographed, booty shaking dance.
That's terrible.
And I was like, "Oh no." I couldn't look at the dance floor. I was the secondhand embarrassment was crippling. I couldn't do it.
That's really mean to do. You can't do that to your guests.
No. It's just like it was pulled off really well once. It went viral, so I get why they're copycats, but you just can't. You gotta let it die.
I think that I have two thoughts. One, you have to both have the personality for this. Yeah. Like my mom and brother are both pretty outgoing people. Harry would never, but if they really wanted to do something choreographed, people would be like, okay, this makes sense. They're outlandish. Yeah. But it sounds like this guy's really not about that life. Here's my suggestion to him. I actually went to a wedding where, because it's usually father-daughter, then mother-son, right?
I don't know the order.
I think that's the order. I think it's the first dance, then the father-daughter, then the mother-son. The mother and son danced to September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And it was quick. It was like a 45-second whatever. And then at the end, he did this elaborate spin. And then they basically walked around the dance floor and grabbed people and got him on. Yeah. So it was his mom still started the party, whatever. But people joined them and it was fun. And it wasn't oh God, I can't believe they did a spin. No one was God, that was embarrassing for them. They didn't do a full Footloose routine. It was they had turned it on, and then they got everyone on the dance floor.
You know what, though? If you want to do Footloose, I actually support that. That's actually one that I would not mind seeing.
I literally, I don't know if y'all remember this, at Lily's wedding, Lily and Drew both danced with my dad and Drew's mom at the exact same time, just to one song, because they were we're not doing this. Yeah. I think that's already should be a thing. Do not dance for the whole song. No one cares. Just do it for 45 seconds. Get the chorus and then get out of there.
My mom, she was so not wanting to really do it that I danced with her for a minute, and then my sister came and cut in.
Yeah.
When we, as I danced to Kenny Rogers through the years.
Like, no one wants to see you two-step with your dad to I Loved Her First for like an hour, okay? Yeah. Do the 45 seconds, get in, get out. But Lily and my dad and Drew and his mom dance at the same time. And you can see in the wedding video, my dad, like, motioning to cut the song because he told my mom, he was like, I'm only doing it for 45 seconds. And he was like, why are we still out here? Turn the song off, change the song.
That's funny.
I just think to this guy, it is your wedding, but also you're doing this for your mom.
Well, if you're ever allowed to be selfish, it's on your wedding day. If you don't want to
we always say
this
that
super corny,
I agree with you.
Like,
but it's also like
dance,
some of the stuff is for your parents.
You're
right?
Maybe some kind of compromise.
Come up with a compromise. Don't do something cheesy. Tell your mom, like, I'm not learning a choreographed dance. I refuse. But if you want to do something right at the end and like, or change the song to where like she can like get all of her friends out there and it can be a moment about her, great. Do something like that. But you don't need to do like a whole hip hop dance.
You are allowed. Yes, I know it's your mom, but you are allowed to tell her no.
Right.
Mommy wants to go
She wants to go viral.
She's chasing that clout.
Yeah. Like, I think you just need to say, like, I love you. This is going to mean a lot more to me if we don't. But also, here's the other thing. Blame it on the fact that everyone's only doing a 45-second dance because no one wants to watch you dance, truthfully. So make that shit short, and then you won't have time for a choreography because you'll just be like, oh, the band's only playing just a little medley. We're all just hopping in, hopping out on the dance floor. Medley. That's the way it should be happening.
Medley. That's a good compromise.
Just get in and get out.
Throw a few songs in there, chop it up.
Don't freak dance your mom.
Don't freak dance your mom.
No grinding or daggering.
No, none of that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Also, I would advise against flips.
No hip hop.
We don't need to do tricks.
We don't need injuries.
Like, yeah, you don't want somebody tearing an ACL and then having to like hobble off the dance floor to go get surgery. Like, that's not happening. So if you're having a band, have them play something upbeat and then have the band announce like everyone on the dance floor, and that can be your mom's like little whatever.
Oh man.
Or
it is so cringy.
Or just cancel your wedding and then
elope
and then you won't dance. It'll be great.
Just go to Laguna Beach.
Fake an injury. Do what Will did. Didn't he fake an ingrown toenail or something?
What, for ours?
No, not for y'all's.
Oh.
Just one time
Will fix an ingrown toenail every time we have to run the turkey trot.
That's it. That's the thing. There you go.
So yeah.
Like, oh, how convenient! This time every year you
just get a really bad ingrown toenail. Yeah, I mean, I do. What I find the most cringy, I think, like maybe it's just because I was like a cheerleader and this doesn't really bother me, but like when people have like very choreographed like tangos or like some other ballroom dance, I think that almost makes it more uncomfortable for me than like if they were to do like some choreographed like moves. Like when couples come out and you're like, whoa, you've clearly went to some lessons. Like, don't just stand there side to side like you're a middle school dance. Like, throw some spins in there. But I also don't need you like whisking me across the dance floor and like doing flips and turns. I don't know. I'm kind of out on the whole dance thing.
The ship has sailed.
I don't even remember what my mom and I danced to.
That's what I'm saying. I do it fast.
Probably, I think it was like Frank Sinatra or something. I hope she doesn't listen to this. She's gonna be disappointed that I forgot.